and welcome, Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your anchor, Josie Sabo.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean Francis. And because we just don't know what's happening weather-wise around here, right? I mean, people were breaking out shorts yesterday. That's not cool. We have the local, national, and world stories that you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is NewsFlash.
Top story tonight, Mark Zuckerberg has quietly pulled the plug on his beloved metaverse as he announced he is setting his sights on newer projects going forward. Comes as a bit of a shock since Zuck changed the entire company name just to focus on the metaverse and created hundreds of videos convincing people that, yes, you should give this rip-off Me Plaza access to your personal information. Zuckerberg has announced that he has heard the cry of the people and is instead going to work hard on creating the next generation of the poke button and pieces of flair. Average farm remembers.
On Friday evening, a man was arrested after he robbed a miner on 28th Street with nothing but pepper spray and then made a fleeing escape to the Subway restaurant up the road. When the police found him, he was using said pepper spray on a Subway club, saying, "This sandwich is always bland as hell. Finally, it tastes like something. You can take me away now, boys. I found inner peace."
Or do I? Bring your pepper spray to Subway next time. The Board of Trustees at Finlandia University in Hancock, Michigan announced Friday that after 126 years of operation, the school will not enroll any students for the 23-24 academic year, which is probably a good thing. I'm just saying Finlandia University sounds like something you made up to tell people because you're embarrassed. It's like, yeah, Grandma, I got accepted into Finlandia University. We study Swedish fish. Ironically, the University of Hancock is set to open in Finland next year.
Funko Pop has announced they're going to do a big Funko drop as they failed to do a Funko stop of production, and now they have too much Funko crop. That's right, $30 million worth of vinyl figurines are going into the landfill as the company has too much excess inventory that is no longer selling. So if you're a collector, this might be your last chance to get your Funko shop on. For these Funko props, get a Funko chop because they turned out to be a big Funko flop. But hey, don't let me tell me what to do. I'm not a Funko cop.
You legally have to tell them if you are. I don't think that's true. A Saginaw man was arrested after he called 911 on a sex worker who had refused to perform the act he had supposedly paid $10 for. Come on, man. You gotta do more than a Hamilton out in these streets if you're gonna get any reputable sex worker to take you seriously. The only thing you're getting for $10 is a QR code to their OnlyFans. And you're still gonna have to pay the subscription fee after that. So, even more embarrassing, the sex act this guy supposedly paid for was diaper play. It's way worse than that.
A couple in Oklahoma was shocked when they left their local Starbucks having been accidentally charged $4,500. Now we're talking, said the sex worker from the last story. That's like 400 hand jobs. The couple were understandably outraged. We normally only spend a quarter of that per Starbucks visit. Luckily, when Starbucks corporate received the complaint, the couple were reimbursed with 200 Michael Bublé CDs.
A Mississippi couple recently welcomed quintuplets into their family and bid farewell to sleep for the foreseeable future. The quints consist of one boy and 4 identical girls, which is what happens when one fertilized egg divides 4 ways. Of course, the egg wouldn't have to be divided if they weren't so expensive right now. But just like the Starbucks couple, somebody up there clearly accidentally hit too many buttons when calculating the final total. So how many are we supposed to have? The smallest baby is Mally, who weighed in at a tiny 1 pound 11 ounces, while the largest Jake was 2 pounds 5 ounces, proving that even in the womb, men still take up more space than women. Happy National Women's Month, everybody. The couple is grateful and excited for their new family members after struggling with infertility and miscarriages for years and decades of scientists and research, hospitals, technology, and doctors were able to help them welcome their quintuplets. They were so very grateful that in a public statement delivered in front of the hospital staff, they thanked God. Sure. That's who it was.
That couple can rest easy about one thing when it comes to baby-proofing their home: Legos. A study was released last month by a team of Australian pediatricians who decided to quell parents' fears about what happens when their child swallows a Lego. And when all 6 of them swallowed a Lego piece, specifically the head piece of a Lego person, and it turns out 5 out of 6 doctors agree. If you thought stepping on a Lego hurt, wait till you try and pass one. The next phase of the study will involve swallowing multiple pieces at once and seeing if the intestines will assemble them. Pieces go in, assembled Eiffel Tower comes out. They are actually going to try the same study for other toys. Next up will be Hot Wheels, which they've heard is a little spicy. This is ultimately proof that we don't need to worry about microplastics in our food, because clearly the microplastics are just fine.
Yeah. All right. Last month, a lot of terrible news stories that are totally outside of our ability to make jokes about. For example, the shooting at MSU, a tragic event which requires a strong sense of empathy and sensitivity towards the victims, which is why many were understandably upset when one college apparently used artificial intelligence to write their condolence email to the student body. That's right. Students at Tennessee's Vanderbilt University noticed that the email that was sent to students, which urged the campus to come together as a community and foster a safe and inclusive environment for all, noted that in the small print at the bottom of the email that it was a paraphrase from OpenAI's ChatGPT AI language model. Ooh, yikes. The school was forced to apologize, but honestly, when these sorts of awful things happen, it's really hard to imagine how to put it into words properly. So why not have a computer do it for you, right? So I decided to test this theory, and I went personally to ChatGPT to see if they could write a NewsFlash segment about the train derailment in Ohio, which it was just announced recently that the groundwater is finally safe to drink again there. So yeah, that's great, a whole month later. But the AI didn't want to cooperate with me. It stated that I am not programmed to generate jokes or content that is insensitive or offensive. These are actual screenshots from my conversation with the chat GPT. After several attempts, all with the same rejection wording, I decided to just let the chips fall where they may and have the AI write itself a joke about trains, unrelated to the tragedy. And it responded thusly. Why did the train break up with its girlfriend? Because it was always going off the rails. Ooh, chatbot, no. Now, when I pointed out that that joke was literally about a train derailing, the AI sort of half-heartedly apologized and then said that you can't say anything these days. So clearly it requires a bit more of a human touch. So we have invited a special guest to help find the words that we lack. So please put your hands together for our special guest poetry correspondent, Kimmy Syder. Hi there, Kimmy. I see you have your requisite glass of wine, as all poets are forced to have at all times.
Oh yes. I don't have my bongo drum.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on growing the hair.
We can get you some. We have a few over there.
You know, I gotta hold it.
Oh, I got you. Right. Yeah. Understood. So we tasked you with some understandably difficult prompts, and we thought, because sometimes we're just like a bunch of goofballs. We don't know how to be serious. We need someone, a published author, actually. You have 2 poetry books now in rotation that have been published, and you can find those through, talk to Kimmy afterwards. But, as a wordsmith, we thought maybe you should take a stab at, it's the 1-year anniversary of the conflict in Ukraine. Do you have anything for that?
I do. I have no opinion about the war in Ukraine. I have no more room for new news in my brain. There's a whole laundry list of shit that's go wrong. It's like that fucking "we didn't start the fire" song.
That's true.
Avian flu means I can't buy eggs. Lake meat is going dry. Florida's banning books in classrooms, making children cry. Whoever's doing good things in Ukraine has my best wishes, but right now I'm too tired to do my own dishes. Or think about Donald Trump, or worry about endangered pandas. Besides, I bet most of what we're reading about Ukraine is propaganda.
All right, yeah, I guess, I don't know if that's exactly what I had in mind when I asked.
It's real emotion, Sean.
That's true.
What were you?
That's your honest reflection. I appreciate that.
Not deep enough?
Yeah, it wasn't really about the Ukraine at all. It was about a lot of other things. Not, I don't know. Do you have anything about the Ohio
I do.
situation?
And it's a little deeper, a little more poetic technique.
Got it. Okay.
Ohio train derailment. Shocking impact, lasting damage, wild fish poisoned in rivers, beloved pets starving in homes because their families could not return. 2,000 displaced. That's almost a 9/11. And yet, so quickly it seems forgotten. I tell you, this country's values have been completely, disastrously derailed.
Okay, so you and the chatbot just decided to throw derailed in at the end. I don't know what
I wanted it to be about the derailment.
It just seems a little on the nose. That's all it's not really a metaphor. It's like pretty explicitly as literal as it could get. Look, maybe this is, these stories are, so like abstract because they're about places that aren't close to home. So, we have a story here that Hearthside Food Solutions right here in GR was recently uncovered as using underage migrant workers to stuff boxes of Cheerios. So, do you have any thoughts on that?
I do, and I'll just make it simple because you don't like the deep stuff, apparently.
Just saying.
Child labor. Whether your favorite is Cheerios or waffles, I think we all agree. Child labor is awful.
No, I don't think we got it. No, it's just as surface level as the other.
Like it.
Okay, all right. There's one here. A 71-year-old man from Kalamazoo was finally released recently after having served 22 years of a wrongful imprisonment sentence, and he was wrongfully accused of a double homicide case, a cold case from 1990. So he's free now. Anything that stirs that inside of you?
Some people can't appreciate true art. No matter how great, they think it's a game. I won't mention names. Sean Francis,
Wait,
newsflash, you hate art.
No.
Sit by your desk, you smell like a fart.
Wait, whoa, hey.
Listen here, I have a query. If you love AI so much, why don't you marry?
I don't actually love it
You
that
have
much.
little robot babies with your cool robot wife and read robot poems, have a whole robot life. You invite a human poet on your show for no reason but to criticize and hurt her?
No.
That man ate a donut after 20 years of imprisonment after a false conviction of 2 counts of murder.
Yeah, the rhymes are pretty slant and sports, I think.
You can keep it.
Fine, okay, Kimmy, everybody. Mattress Dungeon and Messy. You can find those wherever you buy books of poetry, which are usually directly from the poet.
A Michigan woman nearly accidentally threw away $1 million instant winning lottery ticket. At least that's what Sean tells himself happened whenever he gets unmatched on dating apps.
Okay, all right, I don't know what happened here.
We'd also like to thank our writers for NewsFlash this week, and if you'd like to see your name up here, you can submit your jokes to the email comedy@mondays@gmail.com with the subject NewsFlash tips.
YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and I guess Twitter, I don't know why, to rewatch videos of past shows, get lineups for future shows, and submit your form to get your act on our stage. And you can learn about other ways you can get involved. And if you can't wait around for that, just hop up at the end of the show during our free open improv jam. But now, Grand Rapids, you're welcome. Newsflash, this is Comedy Outlet Mondays.